What if the referee already knew who was supposed to win? Egypt was 2 goals up, 90 minutes from history. Then everything changed at once, and you're about to see exactly how. Start with the goal that never counted. Mostafa Ziko buried it in the 62nd minute. 2-0 deep into a World Cup last 16 match against Argentina. Then VAR stepped in. Not for the goal itself, for a foul minutes earlier on a completely different phase of play. The goal vanished from the scoreboard. Egypt kept its lead. For now. But something had already shifted. Former players watching live couldn't believe the call. Ex-England goalkeeper Rob Green said on air that reviewing a foul that far back wasn't even within VAR's job. Alan Shearer put it even simpler. Either both plays are fouls or neither is. FIFA told broadcasters they wouldn't re-referee the decision. That answer satisfied nobody watching. Ian Wright pointed to a separate incident from the same match. Mohamed Salah had a shout waved off near the edge of the box. Wright said it deserved the exact same scrutiny as the Ziko call. Review one marginal foul near a goal, you review all of them. FIFA reviewed one, not the other. Argentina clawed back. 2 goals became 2-2. Then came the moment nobody in Cairo has stopped talking about. Hamdi Fathi went down in the box. Alexis McAllister was the man who pulled him down. No whistle, no review sent upstairs. 30 seconds later, Enzo Fernandez scored the winner at the other end. Egypt didn't lose a football match. Egypt watched 2 decisions in the same 10 minutes break toward the same team. Egypt's coach didn't play diplomat. Hossam Hassan stood at the podium and said his team had been cheated. No softer word for it. His striker Mostafa Ziko went further. He called the entire tournament rigged, on camera, without blinking. You can dismiss one angry athlete after a loss. You cannot dismiss what came next. The Egyptian Football Association filed a written complaint, not a tweet, not a press conference. An official document. It named referee François Letexier directly. It demanded an investigation into his entire crew. It called out double standards in writing across the whole match. And it asked FIFA to pull him from the rest of the tournament entirely. A federation doesn't put its name on a demand like that lightly. French outlets reported FIFA is unlikely to grant the request. Referee assignments sit entirely with FIFA's own committee. Egypt can accuse, Egypt cannot force an answer. Now here's where the story stops being about Egypt at all. Picture a different room, 4,000 miles from that stadium. Wood-paneled, half-empty, lit by fluorescent light. Members of the European Parliament, jackets off, passing a single sheet of paper down a table, one signature after another, racing a clock. That's what was happening in Brussels while the EFA drafted its complaint. Their target wasn't Egypt's match. It was a decision touching Team USA striker Folarin Balogun. He'd been sent off against Bosnia and Herzegovina. A red card carries an automatic suspension. That's the rule book, not an opinion. Balogun should have sat out against Belgium. FIFA reversed it. He played anyway. The lawmakers didn't soften a word. Their letter called FIFA's decision a disgrace and a perversion of justice. Sit with that phrase. It's not stadium language. That's the language of people who believe rules were broken on purpose. The clock mattered here too. Signatures had to land by 6 o'clock Brussels time the very next day. Staffers were reportedly running the letter room to room. This wasn't a slow grievance building over weeks. It was a sprint. Lawmakers racing to lock down names before FIFA could get ahead of the story. They didn't stop at criticizing a call. They named FIFA President Gianni Infantino directly, said he'd surrender to the Trump administration's demands. A European Parliament, in writing, accusing football's governing body of taking orders from a head of state. An EU commissioner overseeing sport called the reversal simply wrong. A former UEFA communications chief went on air and called it a scandal, flatly no hedging. Here's the detail that turned speculation into something closer to fact. Infantino didn't deny any of it. He confirmed he'd spoken with Trump about the Balogun case on the phone directly. His defense was that the ruling still came from FIFA's independent disciplinary bodies, no matter who called him. Maybe every word of that holds up, but you don't need proof a phone call changed a verdict to have a credibility problem. You just need the phone call to be real and the outcome to look exactly like what someone asked for. This wasn't the first warning sign either. Before the tournament even opened, 50 members of the European Parliament sent FIFA a separate letter. That one questioned handing Donald Trump its inaugural Peace Prize, a sports honor given to a sitting president weeks before his country co-hosted the tournament. Picture the trophy itself, sitting on a podium next to a soccer ball, an object built to celebrate diplomacy, now sitting inside a diplomacy scandal. On its own, that's a strange headline for a slow news day. Stacked against everything else, it stops looking strange and starts looking like a pattern with a name. FIFA's answer every time is the same sentence. Independent officiating, independent disciplinary process, no outside interference. That statement might be accurate in each individual case, Egypt's included, but accuracy doesn't rebuild trust once two continents ask the exact same question in the same week, with zero coordination between them, because that's the part FIFA can't explain away. Referees miss calls constantly. Nobody accuses an entire organization of a neutrality crisis over one blown-off side. What's happening now is different in kind, not degree. An African Football Federation, a European legislative body, nothing else in common. Both reached for the same accusation independently. Disgrace! Notice what both stories share underneath the noise. Egypt's federation has no power to force FIFA's hand, only the power to demand answers. The European Parliament has no jurisdiction over FIFA's ethics committee either, only the power to pressure national federations into asking for them. Two institutions, both stuck outside the room where decisions actually get made, both left holding a formal letter and a demand for transparency FIFA still hasn't fully given. Egypt wants Letexier's crew investigated and pulled from the tournament. 35 European lawmakers want Infantino investigated for political interference. FIFA wants both stories treated as noise, two unlucky coincidences in a busy tournament. But federations don't file formal complaints on a whim. Parliaments don't gather 36 signatures over a hunch. Something connects these dots. FIFA still hasn't answered for either one. So go back to that referee, standing over the ball, deciding whether Ziko's goal counts. Go back to Infantino, picking up the phone when Trump calls. Different continents, different sports moments. Same uncomfortable question hanging over both of them. Maybe the referee didn't already know who was supposed to win, but two continents now believe someone did.